Hello and welcome to the GX video series and podcast. My name is Ian Khan and we're here at the World Government Summit 2023. I have with me Kyung Yang Park, an iconic figure within the technology circles in Korea. And Korea is one of the leaders right now, today in today's era, with technology enablement, artificial intelligence, the metaverse. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Thank you.
Tell
It's
us
my great
about,
pleasure.
of course, it's a pleasure having you here on this series. Tell us about your experience at the World Government Summit.
Yeah, I think I'm so satisfied actually from the airport to the hotels and then all the summit is like a seamless satisfaction.
Yeah. And, you know, for if you've been to Dubai a lot, which I'm sure you have, it has changed a lot in the last 30 years, right? 30 years have been a lot of progress, a lot of development, but now you see an event like this, the World Government Summit, which has also grown in the last 10 years quite a bit. And technology is a big topic that was discussed through this conference. Help us understand Korea and what is happening in your part of the world with technology. What are you working on? What is Korea doing?
Actually, I'm working on the paradigm shift, user-centric paradigm shift from the current traditional paradigm, which is business-centric paradigm. So I'm doing the power shift to users. User can control and user can access any service providers without any limitation. That means there should be no middleman between the users and the service provider, which is going to be a trusted entity, which is responsible for the services or product.
Right. And we were talking, of course, yesterday as well, and a couple of days ago, you know, how AI is expanding. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, in every industry.
Yes.
There are great things that are emerging about artificial intelligence, but we also have to work on creating some basic frameworks
Yes.
for information exchange. Help us understand this idea of user-centric AI, or as you call it, your user-centric AI sharing platform as well.
Yes.
Help us understand, why is it important, first of all, to have something user-centric?
Yes, actually, it's user-centric means user is the owner, and the user-centric means user is the center of the network, because user has already very strong tools, that is smartphones, which is it's like a supercomputer for user.
Yeah.
So that means the user can use the smartphones as a router, meaning the user smartphone can initiate all the process to access to any service providers.
Right.
And also a user can pay using the smartphone directly to the connect to the payment tender issuers like financial institutions. And also user can accumulate all the data on the user side. And in case of if user accumulated the data, then means the data should be analyzed and then make some recommendation for the owner of the data, which is the user.
Yeah.
That means there is AI. AI should be controlled by a user. It should not be controlled by big companies.
Right.
So AI should be controlled by users. That means AI for all,
Yeah.
AI for everybody.
Yeah.
So I shared my vision in 2016 at the Seoul National University. Future will be the next revolution by the user-centric AI.
Right.
It will create a new economy.
Yeah.
Because AI will be shared with anybody. Everyone will own their own AI for his or her happiness.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for his happiness.
Yeah.
To make our life healthier and make our life is happier and make our life is easier.
Yes.
And also longer.
Yeah. And there are so many applications of AI, and we'll talk about that. Uh, I, as you mentioned, AI will be personalized. It will be focused on the user rather than large companies creating AI and using the data of users to do other things. I think that truly is a paradigm shift, as you
Yes,
said, where you started with that. That you're creating a paradigm shift. What are some of the application areas that you feel
yeah.
could use this user-centric AI? Is it healthcare? Is it transportation? Is it education? Which would you suggest is ready as the first use cases for us to work with?
Actually, it can be applied everywhere because the reason why we are doing the AI is that it is really for the hyper-personalized AI service, hyper-personalized service. That means it can meet for individual persons' need, wants and need at the particular time and place and event, occasion, and some kind of any circumstances. That means if we don't know AI does not know individualized information, individualized data, that means it cannot provide that personalized services. But if the business, like a big companies, even though they make and collect a lot of data, but they don't have enough data for each person's,
Right.
because that company can collect the data only from their own transaction, business scope only,
Yes.
their own business scope.
Yes.
So that means they don't have enough data for individuals.
Correct.
Only the individual can collect their own data, and also they can put their own data on their data. It's called data vault or data jar, data storage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as we head into this era of user-centric AI, personalized, hyper-personalized AI, where you control the information that AI uses, or maybe we are headed into the era of anticipatory AI, right? It anticipates the things you need, the services you need, and it's personalized, and it's safe, and it's secure. That's really an ideal situation, right?
Yes.
And on top of that, you have robotics that are coming into play. You have new generations of robotics that have movement, that have dexterity to assist you. Think about old age homes, right? Where older people are living and reduced mobility, and they have this hyper-personalized, user-centric, AI-based personal robot that helps them with their daily needs. That, for me, is ideal because it's such a great use case. And I think there are many other things we can do. Payments are going to be integrated into this as well, and you were telling me about that as well. What about the metaverse?
Actually, first of all, I like to tell you about the use case.
Please.
Because,
of course. Go ahead.
Because of we are using the AI service for the small and medium enterprises can do the personalized recommendation service.
Right.
So first of all, it is that recommend what you are going to eat, what you are going to do. It's kind of what you are going to have your choice for the food recommendations, and also it can be used as for the small and medium enterprises, target marketing or demand forecasting, event promotion, many kinds of use cases already available. And also in case of to increase in case of your happiness and capability, it's called as a digital service. If you have some camera, scan your face, and then it can show you after 20 years. After 20 years, if you see that you are after 20 years or 30 years photo, maybe you need to prepare your health. After 20 years, you want to be younger.
Yes.
That means you can recommend your health pass. And also it recommend your cosmetics. Many kinds of recommendations.
Of course.
And also it can increase your knowledge.
Yeah.
So that means it can enhance your capabilities for your knowledge, or you can AI can increase your like financial management,
Right.
management,
Yeah.
many things.
Yeah.
Because of you asked me right now robotics, because robotics actually cannot replace whole humans, but it can perform your specified functions
Yes.
as you want.
Yes.
It's like a robot can be like a specific. It's kind of a secretary
Yep.
or specific functions. Some carry something to here to where you want to go. Yeah, like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
It's
course.
delivery, food delivery, like that.
Yeah, many applications.
Many
So
applications.
Seoul is also Korea is also in Seoul being a city that has kind of pioneered the public sector metaverse, right?
Metaverse, yes, yes.
There's a metaverse with Seoul, and they also have services
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are
It's
being
good.
delivered in it.
Metaverse is just starting right
Yeah.
now. Last year it opened, so it is it's kind of a starting service.
Very nice.
But in case of metaverse, also they need AI. So AI should be the user-centric AI because they have to preserving the privacy.
Now that sounds exciting. Help us and our listeners as a final word, maybe understand what should they look for in technology. What's the path forward for us to use technology?
Actually, if you look back our human history, all the technology advancement used for the happiness of the humanity.
Yes.
So all the technology will be used for the happiness of humans. That means either AI should also contribute for the happiness of a human.
Right. That's a great point. If we
Yes,
chase happiness,
Yeah.
it should be the right use, right? It will be the right use if we
Yes.
chase ultimately happiness.
Yeah. And also it will increase jobs.
It will increase the jobs
Yes.
and career prospects
Yes.
and how we study.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the conversation, Mr. Park. It's an honor to have you here at the World Government Summit and on our series. And we hope to follow the story of hyper-personalized, of course, user-centric AI platforms that you're developing, and also the story that comes out of Korea
Yes.
and its developments.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been an honor.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
my
Thank you
honor.
so much.
Thank you.
And that is the end of this episode, friends. Watch this episode and others on our channel and follow us on multiple podcast platforms as well as video platforms. This is Yen Khan. Take care.